Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we take those boring company reports and turn them into something you might actually want to watch. Today we're diving into a recent filing from Xylem, and let me tell you, it's not exactly a page turner, or is it? What I mean is, who even has shareholder meetings anyway? Before we get started, if you are interested in getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below. This report is an 8K filing, which is basically a company saying, hey, something important happened that you should know about. In this case, it's about their annual shareholder meeting that happened in May. So who got elected and what did the shareholders vote on? Let's find out. The main event was on May 13 at Xylem's annual meeting of shareholders. A lot of shares were represented, about 88%. That's a pretty good turnout, meaning most shareholders are paying attention. First up, they had to elect 9 directors to the board. Think of the board of directors as the team that guides the company's strategy and makes big decisions. Each nominee was voted on individually. Let's look at a couple of key results. Earl Ellis got over 203 million votes for and about 2 million against. Victoria Harker got 190 million votes for, but a much larger 15 million against. Finally, Jerome Parabere got 78 million votes for, but a much larger 15 million votes for, but a big against vote of 26 million. This is something to keep an eye on. It might suggest some shareholders have concerns about his performance or decisions. Next, they had to get the shareholders to approve who does their accounting. It's like hiring someone to check your homework. The shareholders ratified or approved Deloitte & Touche as the company's independent registered public accounting firm for the year 2025. Accountants make sure the company's financial statements are accurate and follow all the rules. Seems like most shareholders were okay with this choice, as over 208 million voted in favor. Then there was a vote on how much the top executives get paid. This is an advisory vote, so it doesn't force the company to do anything, but it's a way for shareholders to voice their opinion. In this case, shareholders approved the executive compensation with about 178 million votes for versus 26 million against. This could mean a lot of things, but overall it indicates that most investors are happy with the company's performance and executive bonuses. Finally, there was a shareholder proposal to make it easier for shareholders to call a special meeting. Special meetings are held outside of the regular annual meetings to address important issues that come up. To pass, it needed the support of a majority of the outstanding shares that could vote, but it didn't get enough votes. Just 94 million for compared to 110 million against. This means it failed. This could mean investors don't want to make it easier to hold a meeting, maybe believing the current system is good enough. It also shows that management likely opposed the idea and convinced shareholders to vote against. So now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Xylem is a company focused on water technology, helping with everything from clean water access to efficient water use. It's in an important industry, especially as the world faces more water-related challenges. Based on the shareholder meeting, here's what stands out. The election of directors was mostly smooth, but the relatively high number of against votes for some directors like Victoria Harker and Jerome Parabere suggests that not everyone is completely happy. This could be due to disagreements on strategy, concerns about past performance, or simply a desire for fresh perspectives on the board. The approval of executive pay shows that shareholders generally believe the executives are earning their compensation. However, the sizable number of votes against it suggests that some investors think the pay packages are too high or not aligned with the company's performance. The failure of the shareholder proposal to make it easier to call special meetings indicates that the management team might be resistant to giving shareholders more power. It could also mean that shareholders are content with the current governance structure and don't see a need for change. In conclusion, while the meeting seems routine, there are some undercurrents of potential tension between shareholders and management. It's important for Xylem to listen to these concerns and address them to maintain a good relationship with its investors. Alright, that's our breakdown of Xylem's latest filing. What's your take on these votes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.